Hello everyone, welcome to this week's lesson. This is going to be a two-part lesson, welcome to part one. We are going to be basing this off of the book Mr. Tiger Goes Wild, which I've linked to the post. So if you want to get some tiger inspiration, go ahead and watch the read aloud of that book. And then today we are going to get started making the tiger part for our project. So for this, you are going to need 2 pieces of paper. It's okay if you only have paper from like a notebook at school, that's fine, just rip it out. But you need 2 of them. And then we are also going to need a orange crayon and a black crayon. Now, if you don't have any colors, you can just use a pencil. There are such things as white tigers too, so you can make a white tiger. It has black stripes, but I'm going to show you how to make the orange, black, and white tiger. So first, we're going to do kind of a little baby zigzag line on the top, arched just so slightly. That's going to be the top of the head. And then we're going to make 2 big hills kind of on the side. You can kind of see that's going to be the ears of our tiger. Now on the bottom, I'm going to draw like a mouth for a smiley face. I'm just going to draw that on the bottom there, but not so high up. And then tigers, remember, we're still talking about texture. They've got pretty fluffy, like the sides of their faces have a lot of hair. I'll put a picture in here so you can see. So we're showing that with our lines. So now that we have that, we're going to start working on the details of the face. So I'm going to add 2 little arcs at the top of the ears, and then even their ears are kind of hairy too. So I'm going to add some zigzag lines again, and zigzag lines show us that there's hair there, that there's fluffy, because hair isn't even. So that's what that line does. It helps us with the texture. So now I think we're working on the eyes. I'm going to make 2 letter O's, one on the right and then one on the left. I'm going to add a little U at the top for a highlight for the eyes. First, I'm going to make something around. Go around and around there. Then I'm going to color it in. And I feel like, when you start to color in the eyes, that's when you can really start to see your animal come to life. I feel like that's what makes it look so much more realistic than just lines. So now we're going to work on the bottom of the face. I'm going to draw, that's the top of the nose. Not a smiley face. We're going to add 2 lines on either side, and then another mountain on top, then a line down. Now you're going to connect the nose to that straight line you drew, and this is going to be tiger's mouth, or kind of like their snout, and then the mouth will go at the bottom. It's up to you what kind of expression you want your tiger to have. I'm drawing kind of a friendly tiger, so I drew a little smile there. But if you wanted to make it look angry, you could do that too with the eyes as well. Lots of different options here. So this is the point where I'm going to start adding the color. So tigers are a little funny where the really fuzzy part there is usually white. So from about the nose to the ear, I'm going to draw 2 kind of wiggly orange lines. And then I'm going to color it all in from the top. There's a little tip I want to remind you for when you draw fast. You can put your finger over where you don't want to draw, and it'll help you kind of miss that spot. We are going to eventually be cutting this out, so don't worry too much if you go over the lines. Then I'm going to go in with my black crayon and add some detail around the nose and the eyes, and then we're going to get into adding the stripes, the fun part. So I'm just drawing, these kind of look like birds flying, these little stripes here. And then remember, our tiger is super fuzzy, super hairy, so I'm just continuing to add some zigzag lines there. I'm doing it on the bottom too. And then I'm going to come back in with the orange and just add a little bit on the back and the sides there. All right, just about done. I did go back and I added a couple of things. I wanted to give my tiger some pointy teeth, even though it's a friendly tiger. So I added 2 little teeth there, sticking out. All right, once you're done with your tiger, you can set it aside. That's your tiger head. Now we're gonna move into the tail and the paws. So take your paper and you're gonna fold it in half to make 2 sections, 2 parts of your paper. On the first section, we're going to draw the tail. So for this part, I would recommend drawing kind of like a question mark shape on your paper. Maybe a little bit curvier than the question mark shape, but that was the general idea. So our tiger is going to be peeking through the jungle. That's what we're going to add next time. All of the different plants and stuff like you saw in the book. So we're not going to see their whole body. We're just going to see the head, the tail, and the paws. So after you make your giant question mark, we're going to go ahead and add another line to make it kind of a bubble. And then just like I did with the face, I'm coloring it all in orange. You don't need to leave any white here. And then just adding the black. And you want to do it a little messy so that it looks like hair. You know, it's not in perfectly straight lines, tigers. Now that we have the tail, we're going to do the paws, the front paws, 2 front paws. We're going to make 2 really big hills there. And then in your hills, in the middle, you are going to make 2 dots on each one. And then we're going to connect with a U. Draw a U. You can kind of see it coming together. That's the first kind of finger or toe. And then you're going to connect the other 2. It also kind of looks like a tulip. Like if you turned it upside down, it looks like a flower. Now we're just going to do like we did the other ones. We're going to color it in. And you can see I'm getting a little messy here. And that's okay because I'm going to cut these out next week when we make our tiger scene. If you wanted to add some sharp claws, you could add that there too. You can really add as many details as you like. These are just my examples. So once you have those, put them in a safe place and we'll continue on next week. Good luck.